So being in here in this situation is very much like a recreation of my childhood. Mom and Dad moved out of Atlanta out to Douglasville, Georgia before Interstate 20 was put in. People told my dad he was crazy. He said nobody lives that far out in the sticks and drives into Atlanta. It's 35 miles on Highway 78. They said that's just crazy. But Dad did it. There was a lake out there that was built by Olin Seagraves after World War II. He came back from the war, cut down a bunch of trees on a big piece of property he had, got a bulldozer and dug a lake and built a dam, put an overflow in it and let the creek run into it and fill it up. And he had moved to a bigger lake, a different lake, at a certain point and sold the property to Mom and Dad. And we lived there till I grew up. That lake is no longer there, the house is no longer there. The only thing left on that property, last time I was down there, is an old shed that was built out of pine boards, tin roof shed that a tree had fell on, but it was still there. Keep in mind we bought that place in 62, I think, 62, 61, somewhere along in there. And a big old 5,000 gallon propane tank. Maybe it was a 1,000 gallon propane tank. It was a big one that's still sitting down there. Everything else is grown up and gone. Lake's dry. No sign it was ever existed. But for me to come back here now, I'm retired and this is like my childhood again. I don't have to go to work anymore because I've worked and retired. And Bill says I'm spending all my money, but you know, I'd rather spend my money to live here, and when the money runs out, I'll live without money here, you know, than to die and have some money in the bank, or to get old and have the government suck it all up and stick me in some rest home or something like that, which if I have my way about it, I'll never go into. But all of that is aside, I'm here today. I got this trolling motor back here. I'm gonna hook it up. We're gonna troll around up through the trees and the bushes and see how it does. I will say I have almost no internet. In fact, I'm waiting for Bobby and Dixie to get up so I can go over to their place and sit on their front porch and load some videos. It takes me sometimes an hour and a half to get one video to load. And when I was up in Maine, sometimes I was loading 4, 5, 6 videos a day. Now if I can get 1 or 2 or 3 out, that's pretty good. And some of them are a little longer, and the ones that are a little longer take a lot longer. So I hadn't quit making videos. I got a lot of them made. I got a lot of them I want to put up. Ooh, the big boom must be setting off dynamite out in one of the quarries somewhere. So, having said all that, let's scoot around with the trolling motor and see how it does. I'm going to be back there working the controls. Oh, that's good water.